here at Little John Coliseum at Clemson. The second time these two teams have met already this season. Miami winning in Coral Gables by 13 back in early January. Hi, everybody.
Wants to hold serve at home, but Clemson's road record is what set their resume apart. And winning at North Carolina, at Syracuse, and at Alabama early in the season.
Keyshawn George with the ball, didn't play in the last game against Carolina. He rolled his ankle early in the Virginia game last week, so he basically missed an incredible amount of experience. This quintet of players has combined, Jay, to play in 561 games in their collegiate careers. And it starts with Joseph Girard III, who was honored before the game for reaching the 2,000-point mark in his career. Did that up at Syracuse a few days ago.
Clemson just running Joseph Girard off a baseline stagger, and he curled it right in the middle of the lane. That is a difficult shot, but his stroke's so compact.
And that's a difficult coverage.
Range shot, you know he can knock down threes. One of the best three-point shooters the ACC's ever seen.
Matthew Cleveland with Ian Shefflin on him. Really, Miami's got 4 guards or 4 perimeter players around Norchad Omier, including Cleveland, who knocks down.
Then put it on the deck rather than shoot from the catch spot.
We asked Jim Larinaga this morning, when you rewatched the tape of the first game with Clemson, what did you see? And he said 2 things as Poplar knocks down to 3. Great start for Miami. He said, first of all,
which they want to emphasize, moving the ball so you can get catch and shoot opportunities rather than dribbling too much and trying to create it on your own.
Girard to the trailer Hall. Now back to Girard's got deep range, and he's lying in his hole, but the rebound down to Wooga Poplar.
Well, Wooga Poplar's been limping a lot lately, but it doesn't look like he's limping when he runs. He really gets up and down the floor quickly.
Nice long stretch without a whistle in the early going. P.J. Hall knocks down the 3.
He's having a spectacular season. He's only 6'5", but he plays like he's 6'11". He is a load.
Got a chance to be first team All-ACC as well. Chase Hunter from the corner. 3 straight.
Last year, I thought that was a mistake by the committee not to have Clemson in the field. But this year, it's a no-brainer. But like you say, there's still a ways to go.
R.J. Godfrey has checked in for Ian Shefflin. Norchad Omier running the floor, and that'll snap the 9-0 run and get the Canes back within so far.
Yeah, Clemson's road wins are separating wins. There aren't many teams that have that on their resume.
Good ball movement by Miami. Shot clock at 5. Poplar the kick. Bensley Joseph from the corner knocks down the 3.
And that's what Jim Larinaga wants to see. The ball moving from side to side. And Wooga Poplar gave a fantastic shot fake to open up that catch and shoot opportunity for Bensley Joseph. And Joseph was terrific in the first game between these two. At 12 points, 6 rebounds on Friday night. Lucy's.
One of your favorite spots on the circuit?
It's fantastic.
Poplar from the baseline.
Well, you cannot allow him to just come off a screen and catch and shoot on the short side of the floor.
He has not quite looked like himself since suffering a sprained ankle December the 29th. Missed a couple of games, including the first game between these two teams. So it's rare they have really been at 100% physically.
Well, and even when players are available, those particular players aren't at full strength. I mean, Matthew Cleveland, Jim Larinaga was saying, looked great in practice yesterday, but he's been struggling with that hip point up for Miami with Nwoko and Omier on the floor together.
Trying to counter the size of Hall and Shefflin. Girard again. Got it.
He's not going to miss 2 wide open shots in a row. That wasn't really wide open. There was late.
The game, he's got 8. Clemson by 6. Joseph hoists the 3 and rattles it home.
Talk about a 3-and-D guy. He's in there to defend, just there. Well defended by Girard.
Offensive rebounds, basically a non-entity so far in this game. Girard leans in and is fouled by Wooga Poplar to lead the conference.
A win, which is even sweeter.
He was named for the ACC this year.
Well, I think Wake is an NCAA tournament team. They just need to beef up that resume a little bit. It's a little bit odd. They don't seem to have the wins to match how good they are. Great cut along the baseline by Hunter. But a team to watch out for.
74, beat him by 11.
And Pitt also won in Cameron Indoor's difficult challenge shots, especially from 3.
Pitt's net is 53 right now. Joe Lunardi has them under consideration, but they appear to still have work to do, as does Miami, a Final Four team a year ago. And obviously they've lost some great players, Isaiah Wong, Jordan Miller. There are always changes in college basketball, and that's what tonight is as well for Miami. This is an opportunity to pick up.
When you get in the committee room, it doesn't matter. You know, everybody's an...
Well, good ball pressure there by O'Meara. Tough catch for Hall.
And what they're doing is extending the catches.
George ahead to Cleveland, who slams it, and Miami gets back within 4.
That year, despite the injuries that he's suffered, you know, he's averaging close to 15 points, 6.5 rebounds, and he's a good offensive rebounder as well. One of the most versatile players in the league.
His 2 games in part of the 3rd with a hit. Gerard has been on George most of the game. I don't know if that you had to guess matchups at the beginning of the night. You would have thought this is where Gerard would be, but this is where he's been, and George beats him here, knocking down a throw into traffic, and Hall just stood him up. No foul call there on P.J. Hall, and again, yet another long stretch without a whistle in this game.
Well, that was a vertical contest by P.J. Hall, and that was looked upon as offense initiative.
Chase Hunter back to Gerard. Dylan Hunter in the game as well. Gerard inside, had it blocked. Here comes Joseph, and he fumbled it, and then Chase Hunter blocked it. Joseph for 3, and Chase Hunter way too strong on the 3, and here comes Norchad O'Meara. Poplar steps into a 3, and he knew it. He was backpedaling before that ball went through the net.
So many different guys from Miami can start the break.
Ten seconds. Boy, and George forces up an extremely tough shot as they never got anything going. That was just 20 seconds of dribbling. And clearly you could see he was looking for the foul. And Chase Hunter opts not to put up the half-court shot as he and the Tigers go to the break with a 1-point lead. Miami's lost 2 in a row coming into this one. Clemson's won 2 in a row. O'Meara with his 2nd field goal of the night.
Just one-on-one. Nobody. Norchad O'Meara, a lot of bodies inside rather than seeing just Wood on his way to the rim.
Nice look inside. Shefflin with a jam.
Out. He does such a good job using his body and positioning himself both to score and to rebound.
You talk about a guy who's gotten better every year. He's a junior now out of Loganville, Georgia. And O'Meara with the shooting them much more often and making them at a very respectable clip this year than he did his first 3 years. 2 at Arkansas State and then 1 here with Miami last year. Gerard with a cut and a layup. Gerard the open look. Rebound Cleveland. The transfer from Florida State. Poplar. Count it.
Boy, they are so dangerous in transition. They just run to that 3-point line, and they're looking to fire. Remember the days when you have a break, everybody runs to the rim? Those days are over. They are running to the 3-point line.
Fast break points now 10-0 Miami. The answer at the other end for Joe. Have unlimited range and don't need a lot of time or space to get the shot off.
Yeah, you have to change how you guard when you play those guys. I mean, Joe Girard is a no closeout guy. If you're closing out to him, you've made a mistake defending as a guy. How many tough shots does he make in a game? Carolina 25 points and 9 rebounds against the Tar Heels. Side to side, they get much better shots. Good fake.
Hall into the paint, scoops it up and in, and P.J. Hall starting to assert himself here in the second half.
Well, that's where he
with him.
Well, Bensley Joseph back on Joseph Girard.
Beadle, a lefty, scoops it in with a right into P.J. Hall on the bench. And again, Brad Brownell, whose voice carries through anything, picked a moment when the band had stopped before the ball was inbounded and just yelled at the student section, come on, let's go. He wants more noise here in this building tonight. This is a big game for the Tigers, not just for the Hurricanes.
And with P.J. Hall out of the game, Norchad O'Meara just locked down R.J. Godfrey in the low post. He got so low, and once he caught the ball, it was over.
Boy, that's a tough little bounce pass in traffic from...
He's undersized, but he plays a lot baseball player growing up in Nicaragua. He'd be a heck of a tight end.
trying football out, coming to camp or something like that.
Well, I think he's going to play in the NBA.
Now, at his size, obviously he would have to shoot the ball well from the perimeter to do that, but he's got a ton of other skills.
He's like Miami's Bam Adebayo, University of Miami's Bam Adebayo.
Cleveland.
Cleveland starting the break.
Handoff for Joseph, thought about it. Deep one for George, and he hits it to tie the game.
Well, Bensley Joseph set that up with the
George, a freshman from Switzerland, and a guy who multiple NBA scouts come out to see every time Miami plays. O'Meara with a bucket. Beautiful feed in traffic from Joseph.
And just excellent attack.
Gerard.
It looked like it was contact there.
And down to George. They're trying to get the ball into Shefflin and take advantage of the size that he's got on Cleveland, but they haven't really been able to do it. And George at the other end to extend the lead. Let's see what the response is from the Tigers. They have been stymied recently at the offensive end.
And the key matchup is Bensley Joseph on Joseph Girard.
Beadle spins, forces it up, draws the foul. For Pacific from Lucas Oil Stadium.
Geez, I hope the Steven.
O'Meara banging with Hall, up and in. That's just pure strength. And down on the post has Poplar on him. They don't get it to him. Now he steps out inside Hall, and a foul on Miami.
But Bensley Joseph read that really well. Just got a piece of the arm.
Clearly a first-team All-ACC player this year, and if they can just win the games they're supposed to win, they're in great shape. You can see the upcoming schedule for them over the next couple of weeks. They are down 3 in this one, though, on their home court. Cleveland left alone and buries it to make it a 6-point lead.
Because sometimes they're conscience free. It's not that those are bad shots, but they go up quickly, and sometimes it surprises you.
Shefflin for 3. Yes. Turnaround O'Meara. Great box out there by Beadle to allow Shefflin to get the rebound.
It's a tough little shot from the short corner by O'Meara.
Beadle drives and hits, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, he's going to have the ball. They have to keep attacking the paint. Miami does not want to foul him, and Clemson's so far had the advantage from the foul line.
George keeps his toe down and buries the 3. What a big play by George.
Times, but overall he's played an excellent floor game.
Only 7 Hurricanes have played, and Michael Nwoko hasn't played much. Only 5 have scored. Chase Hunter with a corner 3 at the other end. And again, battling some knee soreness, and he's a potentially explosive scorer. He can go off for 25 on any given night.
Well, he had 25 against Clemson last time these teams played.
Hunter fouled by O'Meara and will be going to the line of eligibility because of the COVID year and the redshirt. Who knows?
But his role has changed a little bit. He was a guy that was...
Chase Hunter packed, tries to save it, but it's Clemson ball. No look pass into the corner. Hunter's open again. Gerard the assist, and the Tigers lead. This game, he's played very well for Miami off the bench. Shot clock running down. They are in trouble. Turned it over. Clark lays it in, and the lead is 5.
Well, what an answer by Clemson. They've done it on the defensive end and attack.
And Gerard's going to slow it down with just over 4 minutes to go. And he will be shooting free throws, and I think he was behind the line. So if he was, yep, he's shooting 3, says Teddy.
Guys out there that are really good shooters. This is an elite shooter. Your scholarship is gone.
Yeah. O'Meara lays it up and in. Big bucket for Miami to get back within 6.
Really been able to separate a little bit is from the free throw line. I mean, Clemson's 14-2s in this game. It's just Clemson's gotten to the foul line more.
Norchad O'Meara makes the free throw now. 18 points, 12 rebounds. It's a 5-point game. Hunter burst to speed and lays it in.
Boy, great job off the.
Hunter and Gerard both with big nights. Gerard's got a team high 18. Shefflin, bigger than Cleveland, draws a double team and feeds his buddy Hall. And now they're all smiling for the Tigers.
I'm not.
Clark the turnaround. Got it. Hunter with the ball. Gerard floats it over to Hall, who will take a three and hit it. Acknowledges the student section on his way back down the court, and Clemson's going to win this game.
What an answer by Clemson late in this game. When Miami took that lead, would have been easy to kind of fold up a little bit, but Clemson exploded.
And they were tied late at both Carolina and Syracuse in the last week. It had runs in those games as well. Not quite to this extent, but this is 3 games in a row. They have finished strong and will come up with a victory.
The only decision that the committee has to make with regard to Clemson is going to be what seed.
Yep.
This is an NCAA tournament team without question.
Why not? Chase Hunter. A 24-3 run.
That's the way you close out a game.
Is it ever? Joseph's not even going to put a shot up. It doesn't look like. The shot clock is turned off. Miami will just let the seconds tick away. Miami was in it for about 35 minutes, led it for several, but in the end they suffer their 3rd consecutive defeat, and the Clemson Tigers win their 3rd in a row and do it in impressive fashion.
On a night when P.J. Hall didn't have his best game.